So look at what we have here in Mediaite, y'all. Quote, beyond grotesque, Fox News' Will Cain loses it after Biden talks climate crisis during Idalia cleanup. So for those of you who don't know, this is the hurricane that just hit the northwest portion of Florida and, of course, did tremendous damage and led to a massive amount of flooding. This is awesome because what you're going to see in this clip is the most, like, banal, straightforward, simple commentary from a president. And just the colossal overreaction of the Fox host is honestly kind of hilarious.
Joe Biden visited Florida in the wake of that hurricane, and he had this to say as he stood on ground that was destroyed by a natural disaster. Watch.
Nobody can deny the impact of climate crisis. Nobody intelligent can deny the impact of the climate crisis anymore. Just look around the nation and the world for that matter. Historic floods, intense droughts, extreme heat, deadly wildfires that have caused serious damage like we've never seen before. Just since being president, in 2.5 years, I've flown over more land burned to the ground as a consequence of wildfires than occupy the entire land of the state of Maryland, from down in New Mexico and Alabama all up into Montana and around. It's been devastating.
Let's just point out how, like, straightforward that commentary was. Nothing he said there was wrong. Look, it's hard to find a speech by a politician where they don't say anything wrong. That was an example if he didn't say anything wrong. And also, he's classic Joe Biden. He's like half asleep. And that's what climate change is really bad. Yeah, wildfires are wild, and they're fires. Like, it's classic Sleepy Joe, but he's also saying things that happen to be correct. Look at this reaction.
We could actually talk about the effects of natural disasters, their frequency and their severity, and actually put it into historical context and give you actual intelligence on whether or not this is an increasing problem in the United States. But that's not the point that I think is important to make in this moment, is that I'm sick and tired of politicians standing on the graves of dead children in the case of school shootings, or natural disasters where towns are burnt to the ground or destroyed by hurricane, and using it as a moment to ghoul and pimp for their politics.
How dare you bring politics into politics? Yeah, that's it. These are political issues. Of course, when you're talking about political issues, you need political solutions. He said, like, standing on the body of dead kids talking about their political agenda. You mean, like, trying to limit the number of guns in criminals' hands who are committing these mass murders and atrocities? That seems to me to be the most reasonable thing anybody's ever said ever, right? Or climate change. Oh, you want to, like, do something to stop this disastrous climate change, which is leading to flooding and wildfires and water shortages and all sorts of horrendous issues associated with it? Bro, how dare you want to fix problems? You should obviously look at the problems and say, these are neither good nor bad. I have no take on the problems. Look, guys, this is, let's not sugarcoat it here. This is the C team at Fox. And it's very clear. Like, for all the hate we give Ducey and Kilmeade, they are much better on TV and much better at delivering their nonsense arguments than these clowns are. First of all, these two are the same person. Like, these two guys right here, they don't actually exist as separate people. That is the same person. This guy and this guy are the same guy.
It's beyond grotesque to land into a disaster zone where people have been destroyed and to say, you know what should be the solution here? You know what the problem is? You haven't given me enough power. Your climate science, no. Your climate change, Chicken Little.
Your climate change, Chicken Little. He said Chicken Little. You want to stop, like, insane natural disasters happening every other week because of climate change by trying to get us to a green and renewable economy, which would reduce the effects of climate change? I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
It's not to say there's not science in some of these elements for us to discuss, but you've turned it into a religion, and you're the same people that can't sound an alarm in Lahaina.
I love how, so he said, oh, you're turning climate change into a religion. No, it sounds like you're in the religion. In fact, you're in a fundamentalist religion or a cult. Why? Because you can't even look at obvious problems that require solutions and admit they are obvious problems that require solutions. You're out there with your don't make politics political. So what does that mean? It means your point is, hey, every time there's a mass shooting, even if there's one every day, shut up and accept it. Even if we have climate disasters every single day as a direct result of climate change, shut up and accept it. So you are in the fundamentalist cult of far-right politics, of do-nothingism.
I'm sorry, but you don't have the competency to run anything much less to stand in these moments of destruction and say, the real problem here is you haven't given me enough power. Preach.
I
Oh, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. This is so embarrassing. Totally partisan hack, weirdo, loser rant. You said Chicken Little. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Chicken Little. What are these guys doing, man? This network has destroyed America. No, but like, all joking aside, oh my God. Because how many boomers are sitting there just soaking this up like a sponge and just thinking like, yeah, he's right about all of it. Don't do anything about mass shootings. Don't do anything about climate change. How dare he? Like, he got angry because he dares to want to discuss fixing problems. They really are in a cult. This is cult-like shit, man. And it's sad and embarrassing, and it's had a horrendous negative effect on the country. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.